at the end of the day, sit with yourself and ask yourself one simple question. If God forbid you were to die today and you were in heaven taking an overview of your whole entire life, are you satisfied? Have you done everything that you vowed to yourself, that you vowed to God that you were going to do? Hey you guys, it's your girl Michaela Joy, and I know this is an impromptu video. I had something completely different for my next video, but I cannot hold this any longer. I have literally been at work all day thinking about what I was going to say during this video because it's on my heart so heavy. So excuse how I look. This is impromptu. I'm literally on my lunch break, but I just have to tell y'all this, okay? Do the thing. I have made videos about this before, and I will continue to stand by it. But what we saw at the Grammys with Beyonce, with Aoty, with all the amazing, even Kendrick Lamar, all the amazing artists that won on Sunday, there's something very significant that we need to teach ourselves and learn from that night. And that is, just do the thing. I don't know how else to say it, but to say, just do the thing. I've been seeing videos all down my timeline on TikTok about just stepping out on faith and learning and doing despite everything, despite what it looks like, despite your circumstances. I've literally said this before, and I can't stress it enough. Do the thing. Do it. I've been looking at clips from Aoty from when she got fired at Chipotle to winning and performing at the Grammys. And when you really think about it, it's like, oh my gosh. I know there's people out there that watch videos like that or hear stories like that, and they work regular 9-to-5s, or they are unemployed and they just don't know how they're going to make their dreams come true. They don't know how their purpose is going to come to fruition. And all I can say is just do it. Monty and I are taking an initiative this year. We are making several films this year. But along with that, you have to be a student of your work. You have to be so obsessed with what you do. You have to love it more than you love yourself. And I fall victim a lot to not showing up to what I love. You know, we oftentimes talk about what we want our purpose to be, what we want to do in life, but we don't service it correctly. And I kind of can relate it to a spiritual relationship. We say we love God, we say we love, spirituality, whatever the case may be, but we do not service those opportunities. What I mean by that is we don't put time into it. And so I feel like if God has placed a purpose on your life, you have a duty to fulfill it. Not for you, not for your own monetary gain or your own ego. It is literally to confess and to spread the glory of God. And I don't know where that came from, but I made this video to say, just do it. Do it. Do it scared, do it lonely, do it without money, do it when you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Do it if your family laughing at you, do it if your friends don't believe in you. Just do it, because I'm telling you, when you put time and you put care into your craft, and when you really agree to accept the task that has been placed upon your life, everything will change. One of the biggest things that I think about when I think about the Grammys that we just had is Beyonce's first Album of the Year award that she won. She's been in the game for over 20 years. I think she's been in the game 30 years. Like, she started this when she was like a teenager, a preteen or whatever. She has been working toward her craft and perfecting it. And each failure that she got, she found a newfound drive. She cultivated her craft. She upgraded. She innovated a whole new way that we listen to music. She innovated a whole new love that we have for a certain genre that typically Black people don't even get, recognized for. Beyonce did that. And even though she was denied multiple times, even though she quote unquote failed or she didn't win the award, she didn't let it stop her. But here's the even more important thing about the Grammys. Did anybody notice that even when she did win, she had her moment of being happy, but she had this knowing and this confidence within herself, like, wow, now y'all understand. It's not that I needed this award to prove it to myself. Y'all just finally understood it. And it's not that I needed your validation, because I'm still going to be Beyonce at the end of the day. Who are you going to be? What validation are you seeking? And how is that need for approval preventing you from actually walking into your purpose? what is that you can learn about your craft, make better about your craft, and actually walk into it. I'm telling you, I am so inspired. And it's crazy. I always see stuff like this after I've made the decision to do it. I promise you, mark my word. I'm telling you right now, mark my word, I will be a successful Oscar award-winning multi-millionaire filmmaker. And not just so that I can be famous, not just so that I can have money, because at the end of the day, none of that matters, but so that I can tell the stories that God has placed on my heart, and so that I can give back into the communities that are in need of many resources. This is beyond you. Your purpose in your craft is beyond you. So if you don't write the book, if you don't start the business, if you don't make the film, if you don't write the script, if you don't make the YouTube videos, if you don't start the content creation journey, then how is the little girl that comes after you going to succeed? If you don't open up the door, then what are we going to do? If Linda Martell did not start her journey as a country singer, then we wouldn't have Beyonce making Cowboy Carter. And even as an established entertainer, we wouldn't have the inspiration for Cowboy Carter, which then led to opening the doors for other Black country artists to succeed and be seen and be invited to places like the Grammys, and to be recognized as a real, authentic, creative country artist, which did not happen until Beyonce busted the doors open. And as it pertains to failing or a setback, in 2016, Beyonce was criticized so bad about her song Daddy Lessons that was country inspired, that was a country record on Lemonade. She was criticized so bad that so many country lovers and country artists were racist towards her, and they told her that she wasn't country enough. Baby, she been country. She been country since she came out the womb. She's from Houston, Texas, and not just because she was born in Houston, Texas, but she represents country. She represents African American country culture. If she would have listened to everybody else, if she would have said, you know what, I'm not country enough, I'm not being accepted by these group of people that somehow think they are sets the standard, I'm not gonna listen to them. I'm gonna create my own avenue. I'm gonna create my own table. And look at how she has opened the door to country music, not just Black country music, but country music. Because if y'all don't know, overseas and even in America, since Beyonce has dropped Cowboy Carter, streaming of country music has since skyrocketed because of the great Beyonce. What industry are you supposed to be a part of, or that you're supposed to be working on, that you keep avoiding, that will in turn motivate, shift a whole generation, that will shift a whole industry? It takes one opportunity. It takes one opportunity to completely change your life. If you don't know, my roommate is absolutely obsessed and in love with Michael Jackson. Just booked our third, it'll be her third time, my second time going to MJ the Musical, right? And if you don't know, when it was first premiered, the adult Michael Jackson was played by Miles Frost. I think it's so fascinating. What I can learn from him is that he literally did a talent show showing off his Michael Jackson skills. And I think it was a producer or somebody saw his performance on YouTube and said, hey, I think you'll be good for MJ the Musical. Can you like dance for us, audition, whatever the case may be? And he got it. He then won a Tony. Seen around the world performing as the great Michael Jackson, as the Michael Jackson around the world. He's getting to perform, he's getting to live in his purpose by that one decision of his mom deciding to record his talent show. And within 2 years, he is now he could be considered a household name in Broadway history, being seen by legends like the Jackson family and Beyonce by that one decision. And it didn't take long. Do the thing. You have to look outside of circumstance. You have to look outside of what's going on. I know it's a lot going on in the world, especially in politics, and we can be upset about it, and we can want to advocate for it, and we can want to do all of these different things. But at the end of the day, this is where we are. It's as unfortunate as it is, this is where we are. Understand it, take it in, and let it go. All you can do is create. Another thing I really want to stress is that instead of consuming, create. And that's for me too. Stop spending all of your time watching other people get the thing that you actually want. Sit down, dedicate yourself to your craft. Learn it like nobody else has ever learned it. Learn new things about it. If there's not a book about what you want to learn, you need to actually do it and make the book yourself. At the end of the day, sit with yourself and ask yourself one simple question. If God forbid you were to die today and you were in heaven taking an overview of your whole entire life, are you satisfied? Have you done everything that you vowed to yourself, that you vowed to God that you were going to do? The one of many things we can learn about Beyonce is that she did not quit. She takes time. She takes time to create her craft. Look at the Grammys. Look at Beyonce's history of her career. Look at Doechie's history of her career. Look at even Miles Frost. Look at Megan Thee Stallion. Look how fast it happened, because they locked in, they learned their craft, they perfected their craft, they're still perfecting their craft, they're okay with being students of their craft, and they are now dominating their industries. If it takes you having to cut off what brings you pleasure in the moment to making your dreams come true, that's what you're gonna have to do. Be so obsessed with being what you have always wanted to be that you don't even care about what you have now. Be so hungry for it, and just try. Just do it. The time is now to stop playing, lock in, and get it together. If you have to make a fast, do that. I know even Glorilla, I forgot to mention her. Glorilla is also a good example of that. Knowing what you want, going for what you want, and working toward it. You have to start now. So what I want you to do, everybody that's watching this video, comment down below, what is something you promised yourself yesterday that you didn't do, that your tomorrow self would actually love? What is something you need to do to fulfill your purpose? Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Write it down, write the vision, make a plan, and ask God for a strategy. And let's see what we can create this year. Again, thank you, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce, for your amazing artistry, just everything that you do. She is a true testament and an example of what it is to truly love what you do, love your craft, perfect your craft, and just be great and be humble about it. So yeah, that's my girl. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, join the family. I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.